Namaste on this divinely guided day. I hope you are well and rested. Welcome back, Soul Tribe family, to all the N1111 energy. Okay, family, this is what I heard this morning. Looks could be deceiving. And I don't mean like actual looks, but they can be deceiving. Take it how it resonates, but then also actual looks. I know that was a bit over the top. Let me tell you what the divine just told me. You will be able to easily identify who has never meant you any harm versus those who have. And this is what I heard. The ones that were genuine and treated you well, you will see their life prosper. Every time you see them or whenever you see them, they will be glowing. For those who meant you any harm, who tried to come against you without you knowing, or maybe even knowing, you will see their lives deteriorate. Mhm. You will see an increase in the lives of those who mean you well versus those who do not. Those who mean you harm, you will see them deteriorate in their looks, okay, in their physical appearance, in their whole life, just whatever's going on around them. And this is how you will be able to identify who is for you and who is not. All right. So only take what resonates. And once again, thank you for coming back for these divinely guided messages. I love you and I love your support, and I am grateful for you. And for all of those who are truly sincere in their hearts pertaining to causing no one any harm, trying to, the gossip, all that. I don't like that. Okay. For those of you who are here and really, sincere with your presence, it is very much appreciated, and I am truly grateful. So welcome to all the N1111 energy. And for those of you who have subscribed, welcome. And for those of you who are just coming over and you just want to see what's going on before you do, take your time. And for my A1s, who are my day ones, babies, I love you. Okay. I do. I appreciate each and every one of you. All right. So we're going to tap into this message. Thank you for the likes, the shares, the subscribes, and your notification bell, all that good stuff. Okay. Um, any information you need about the channel will be in the description box. Okay. This message is not going to resonate with everyone. So only take what resonates and leave the rest. All right. Let's tap in, family. Thank you so much, Divine, for allowing us to be here. We are grateful for each and every day that we wake. Ashe, and thank you. I ask that you continue to keep us protected during this read, all reads, and all the time. I ask that you provide us with clear and concise messages, as well as clarity, guidance, intuition, wisdom, and discernment. Any negativity, any toxicity, any evil being thrown or projected at myself or the Soul Tribe family, I ask that you strike it down and cut it down as we too strike it down and cut it down and shield our minds, bodies, souls, and vessels from it as we too shield our minds, bodies, souls, and vessels from it. Clearing, canceling it, and releasing it back to the universe. Ashe, and thank you. All right, y'all, let's get into the message. Let's see what the energy is. I'm going to start off with a couple of decks, Moonology and this other deck. Let's see. Okay, three immediately came out. Or four. I'm gonna just take them. Yeah, a bold. Wait, be bold and make the first move. Cardinal Moon. Work through your fears. New Moon in Scorpio. Last quarter moon in Pisces. Talk less, feel more. And full moon in Sagittarius. See the bigger picture. Okay, family. So this is these are the messages. Okay. Here, let me just, I heard that spirit. Hmm. Be bold. Make the first move. Okay. And work through your fears. Okay. Talk less, feel more. Okay. And then see the bigger picture. Right. With that energy, family, I feel doesn't get any more frank than that, right? With the be bold and make the first move, this could be pertaining to, something you may be holding back from, as long as it's positive though. You feel me, family? Um, I feel like spirit is guiding you to go on and make a decision. Don't wait on somebody else to validate it or to, confirm it. I feel like, your life is your life, right? And you know what's best for you. Okay. So if you're standing by waiting for somebody else to agree with something that you've decided to do, I say don't. Okay. Especially if you have that gift of discernment, right? Because a lot of people might not want to see you go somewhere or do something or leave something. And that's just because, they're stuck in a rut. So they want you to be. Okay. So work through your fears. All right. If you are experiencing or have been in the past, because there was this like big fear energy running around, let me tell you something. When you walk with the divine, you walk with the divine. You have to keep that faith. But sometimes this 3D world will project onto you. Okay, and I don't want to say it makes you question your faith, but some of you could be questioning your protection. Okay. I feel like you are always protected. Okay. And when I say you're always protected, I mean the divine is there for you, with you, has always been with you since you were a child and you knew it. Okay, or you know it. All right. Your angels, the angels of protection, have always been with you. Okay. If you didn't know, now you know. Your spirit guides too, all right? And hundreds of them, hundreds and thousands of them, honestly, okay? These are your ancestors, all right? I feel like your spirit guides are definitely your ancestors, okay? So with this talk less and feel more, many of you may have been in that energy after all the shuffling, and it's time to take action, all right? So I feel like with this talk less, all right? And feel more. You have been feeling all of the energies around you for whoever this message is resonating with. And now it's time for you to take action, okay? And see the bigger picture, all right? Hmm. Hmm. Yep, confidence is your key to success. So surrender to the divine. I can't make it up. And ask yourself, what is it that you need to release? Okay. So, with this, be bold, make the first move. Yeah, it's time to take action. New moon in Aries. Okay. With this, work through your fears. Confidence is your key to success. New moon in Leo. And with this, talk less and feel more. What do you need to release? Waning moon. And with this, what does that say? Yes, see the bigger picture. Yeah, surrender to the divine. Full moon. I know that's right. Come through spirit. Thank you. All right, family. So, like I said, this reading will be direct. It seems like that's how they've been lately, just direct. You know what I mean? Real direct messages. Nothing to be confused about. All right. Only take what resonates in your life or what resonates with you because only you know what's going on in your life. Okay. All right. What else, Spirit? I heard that. Yeah, don't let your past hold you back, South Node energy. Okay, so some of y'all could have been dealing with that. Yeah, in full moon in Aquarius. Okay, be real. All right. So don't let your past hold you back, South Node. And then full moon in Aquarius, be real. All right. And your hard work is paying off. Okay, and that is the new moon in Capricorn. And then we have, yes, a time for healing, Islamic moon. Okay. hmm And then we at the bottom of the deck, yeah, don't let pride get in your way. Full moon in Leo. All right. I feel like, family, for those of you who have been going through these spiritual attacks, rebuke them, clear, cancel, and release them on the chime confirmation. Okay. Rebuke them and clear, cancel, and release them. Okay. Tell me more, Spirit. Tell me more. Yeah, transform here, profound change, rebuild your life in a new perspective. I can't make it up. That's exactly what it is. It's like get a new perspective on your life because all that you've been around has been toxic and you don't have time for it. And I feel like the energy is out here. Yeah. Your hair is your strength. Yeah. Personal power. Okay. It could even be your identity, your physical strength. It's a bold action, whatever this is that you've done. It has a lot to do with your sexuality and your wild side. Okay. Some people, may have never seen your hair. And then when they do, they're shocked, right? Because your hair could be like a real sandy brown. And in the sun, it looks red. Okay. All right. Tell me more. I also heard somebody out here has some real pretty blue eyes. Okay. Yeah, because look, these people out here in the South know they ain't in their life's purpose. Okay. They don't know what the divine plan is. Okay. But you do, family. So, speaking to South Node energy with the purpose, divine plan, choose your path, and meaningful work, a lot of people don't know what that is. They don't know where they're at, family. But for those of you who do know your life's purpose, okay, choose the divine plan, choose your path, meaningful work. It could be work in spirituality. It could be work in any aspect that you feel that not only are you loving it, but it was your purpose. I feel like when things are your purpose, it's really easy to be successful and accomplish when it's your life's purpose. Um, no projection, but I just noticed, all the jobs I was working, it must not have been life purpose. Too much was happening on them. Okay. Somebody's name here is TP, or you used to, oh, I remember the TPs. Yeah, TP. Okay. There could be, uh, mm, I heard that. Somebody here is definitely a native Indian, born and raised on these lands. This was their land first energy, okay? And they shared the lands with uh African American. I don't want to say African Americans because they weren't American, they were from Africa, but these were the first here. Something about Indian tribes integrating with the African tribes. I don't know what that's about, but maybe that's a message for somebody. Okay. So back. Somebody here, you got a strong back. Okay. Um mm. You also may have a lot of support. It says responsibility, support. Some people may have security issues. This will build up tension, okay? Some people could be feeling weighed down with their secrets. I feel like this has a lot to do with that South Node energy, okay? Because a lot of people, like I said in the beginning, the divine said you're going to know who's for you and against you because they will start to deteriorate. You will see them declining health, mental, emotional, physical. You will see it. Okay? And this is where your wisdom comes from. Okay. So this is good advice. Course of study and experience matters. All right. Tell me more. Yeah. Kindness. I love kindness, but kindness doesn't mean that you're nice. Okay. There's a difference in being kind and nice. Nice is when you're trying to get something, you have an ulterior motive. When you're kind, that's just innate, that's just who you are. I feel like people get the two confused, okay? So, kindness, have compassion, and do a good deed and give and receive, okay? That's where your power comes from. But a lot of people take your kindness for a weakness, and that's where they mess up. Message. Okay? I'm serious, family. That's where they mess up. Okay? We got channel here. So you could be a message from spirit, okay? Or you could be receiving messages from spirit. You could be a channeler, all right? But focus your energy and give a healing energy, okay? Many of you are natural healers, all right? And what that means is, family, you have to go through trauma, right? But that doesn't mean trauma bond. All right. Going through something just means that you learned a lesson from it. It could be positive or negative, good or bad, light or dark. Okay. But going through it and coming out on the other side means you survived it. So therefore, you have a lesson to teach, or you have experience that you can share. All right. A lot of people feel like, they don't really know, what they can do with their lives. But if they sat down and focused and surrendered to the divine will bring your life's purpose to you. I cannot make it up. All right. At the bottom of the deck, it's called love. And love brings in strong support and true commitment in an open heart. Okay. Somebody's name could start with a T, W, K, C, or L and P. Yeah. See, these people here with this intention coming out in the reverse, okay? Set solid goals, make an action plan, and hold your vision. But that came out in the reverse. This is giving me that energy of that South Node, right? But right here, you see where it says take action. Okay, it's time to take action. That's with pure, clear intentions, right? But always move with your best foot forward. Don't move in a direction that's going to cause you any harm or anybody else any harm. But that doesn't mean do not defend yourself. You have that right, okay? And that's just what I'm saying. Like a lot of people, they approach you with a lot of animosity and they approach you with, a lot of ill will and ill intent. And that's just because they are envious, jealous, mad, and really corrupt. Their hearts are rotten. Okay. If you run across those kind of people, I'm not going to tell you to be kind. I'm just going to tell you to be observant, feel their energy, and get ready to flow how they ready to flow. Yes, bitch. Okay. Mhm. Ooh, look at all that come out. Because a lot of people right now, they can't relax. Okay. They got too much on their minds. They have not cleared, canceled, and released what no longer served them. Okay. Once you clear, cancel, and release what no longer serves you, the divine is able to come in and you are able to hear those channeled messages that were spoken about over here. So we got head, ear, and relax came out in the reverse. So head here is saying leader, okay, someone that's in charge, someone that is rising above the fray, someone who that is intellectually intelligent, competent, all right, attitude, personality, and perspective. These people don't be having that. That's why they stay in that South Node energy. Then you have ear here, only what you want to hear. Okay, so you got people that's that gossip. I don't like people that gossip. No offense intended. I really don't. Because it's like, why don't you tell them that? And I probably done said that to a few people. Yeah, it's like, have you expressed that to them? I might not just say, why don't you tell them that? But I will say something like, have you told them? Have you expressed that to them? Have you let them know that? Because to me, what you telling me for? I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Because it ain't my business. So I don't like people that gossip. Okay. So it says here, people only hear what they want to hear. Okay. Many people aren't open to the truth. Okay, especially if you're a channeler, a messenger, a tarot or oracle card reader. If you are connect to anything spiritually, a lot of people they don't want to listen to that. They don't want to hear that. Oh, and it does say here, yeah, messages, gossip, and balance. Yeah, these people are not balanced. That's all they do is this. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, okay, you saying a lot, but did you tell them that? Because telling someone else isn't going to get anything addressed, family. You feel me? And with this, relax, get more rest, make time for you, and plan a vacation. A lot of people have not been in that energy, and they damn sure didn't want you in that energy because they were sending you all this bull crap, all those negative attacks. Send that shit back. I'll tell them quick, get away from me with the negativity. I promise you. I told somebody, sitting in my shadow side, y'all, my dark could be dark. Hmm. And that's when I knew I wasn't meant to be there. Because your dark could be dark, especially when you feel like people have purposely placed you in that energy because of something they have done to you. Okay. Somebody could be looking at a lick. I heard that. You ain't no lick. Look, spirit came right out on that. You ain't no lick. Okay. A lot of people could be looking at you like you're the lick. That's where they got life messed up because you work hard for everything. I don't like people that take because they just ain't got it in them. They don't want to work. They don't want to do nothing. You know what I'm saying? Spirit came right in on that. The spirit said, nah, you are divinely guided, okay? You are connected to a higher power, right? And your help comes from above, okay? And beyond, okay? Beyond what these people can even fathom or know about, all right? So I feel like a lot of people that look at you as a lick, they need to sit down and listen. Sit down and listen. Listen to themselves. Listen to their intuition. Because most of these people, they get a feeling, I guarantee you. And most of them get feelings that they ain't never felt before. And that's what puzzles them. Mm. Whoever needs to hear that message. Hmm. You're always grateful. That's another thing. Okay. So count your blessings because those blessings and you being grateful, that's why you have abundance. And you're being guided to use your gifts. Many of you are very gifted and you're being guided to use your gifts. Let me get one more, please. Yeah, because this ain't justice here. South Node energy, legal matters, being impartial and making a stand. You don't have to do that. You're not going through no legal matters. Whatever comes your way, you will be divinely prepared to address it and to handle it. And this is what I feel the divine wants you to know. Okay. A lot of people were trying to put you in some sort of legal battle or put you in some legal shit, and you ain't got nothing to do with it. What they should have did was stop trying to steal from you and stop trying to get in your energy in a negative way. And what they should have been was solid as a rock, but they weren't. But these folks are learning now. They are learning. They should have done their research because you communicate well. Hmm. As above, so below. You do have that inside information. And that inside information, I ain't talking about whatever these weirdos be on here talking about. You know what I'm saying? They got their fucking nerves coming over. Oh, quick disclosure. I do cuss and curse and speak the truth and call out names when got it too. They got their fucking nerves coming over here with their heathen asses, with their bullshit, barbaric ass ways. And they know who they are. They're learning now. They have never been soulful, family. Ooh, speak, spirit. They've never been soulful. They've never had a profound meaning. That's why significant events are definitely happening. You've always tried to give a heartfelt passion, but it was often shunned at because it was coming from you. Well, you're not going through no overwhelming, how can I say this? Everything you've been feeling has been their energy. Let me say that. Okay. Hmm. A lot of people are starting to learn how to digest. They're starting to process things. They're starting to absorb, what it is they need to absorb. Okay. Many people are starting to process the elimination process as well. Okay. Because this has everything to do with completing cycles. Okay. A lot of people are cleansing and purifying themselves, their conscious, their minds, their bodies, and their souls right now. Mm, okay. Hmm. All right, let's see what Kev got to say. I don't know why I want to get Kev out. Let's see. Let's see what Kev has to say about this energy that's out here. Yeah. I feel like many of you are being led to abandon these people that have always come up against you. Abandon the gossipers, abandon the liars, abandon the manipulators, abandon the deceitful. I don't feel nothing wrong with it. Many of y'all are readers. Okay. Many people abandoned you because of what you decided to do. That's good. Because that means less people in your energy, family. Okay. Somebody is telling someone that someone's getting ready to possibly leave them. I don't know who this is for. Somebody's going through a divorce. Yeah. See, they wanted you to abandon your gifts as well. Mhm. Mhm. You could be a reader, a fortune teller, okay, a psychic, a medium, a channeler, okay, a seer, a sayer, a shaman, a healer. But a lot of people wanted you to abandon your gift. Mhm. Yeah, they didn't want you to travel. Or they could have been, look, they ain't got to tell me not to get on no plane. Not the way they've been going down. I don't mess around. Shit. Something about scenery. You got buses. Shit, you got all kinds of other ways you could travel. Quit playing, okay, family? They could have been trying to block you from traveling. This could have been a karmic. Okay. There's a karmic masculine coming in, try to block you from leaving. This is what I'm seeing here because they feel like you've abandoned them. Ooh, he get on my nerves. Whoever he is, he should just go away because he probably out here in this stack of South Nodes. Yep. Intuitive Kev just said it. Leo energy. Okay. Yeah, there's somebody here who's a karmic. They're mad because they know wherever you go, you're gonna be successful. They feeling abandoned by you. This is a warlock energy sending a lot of negative energy towards you too. But it is to be expected because this person ain't never did too much of nothing for nobody without wanting to be able to say they did it. And that's looking like, yeah, okay. Yeah, that's why you moving on anyway. Okay, family, you gonna move on anyway. Tell me more, Spirit. What's going on with this divination, abandonment, and gift? What's going on with this divination, abandonment, and gift? Actual money. Cha-ching! Okay, and that's what it is. They wanted you to abandon your gifts because you may receive actual money from your gifts. That's what it was. Shit. Folks is crazy. They want you to give up your way of life for whoever this message is resonating with. Okay. They wanted you to give up your way of life, and it actually brings in finances for you. They wanted you to commit to their in and out energy. They wanted you to commit to their back and forth energy. You don't have time for that. You don't have time for that because your energy is dedicated to the love. Okay. Your gifts are dedicated to the feelings of being enamored. Okay. And I feel this is you. You always show up with that energy. And people just look at it and shit. They don't never look, they feel like, ooh, because they're faithful to the spirit, we can do rituals. Not exactly. You always protected. All right. Yeah. I promise you, you are always protected when it comes to this ritual stuff. Okay, family. So I'm gonna leave this message here for y'all. Hopefully it resonates. All right. Thank you so much for tapping in. I am truly grateful. Okay. And remember, not looks could be deceiving. All right. You need to realize when you could possibly be dealing with that. All right, family. Okay. And I told you what to look for. When you see a person, if they looking like they done been through it, and there's somebody from your past, they probably done did you dirty. Okay. All right. All right. I love you. Let's tap out. At this time, Divine, thank you so much. We love you. I ask that you continue to keep us with love, harmony, tranquility, prosperity, peace, protection, and respect, and good health and good wealth in our lives and all the time. Ashe and thank you. And then until next time, you know what I love to say. Namaste.